Hey there, crew, it's Mark from Mark Your Pages, and in today's video, we are going to check out everything coming to us in the new Cabinet of Curiosities Spring Collection from Arch and Olive. This collection has it all. Brand new notebook designs, we've got washi, we have all kinds of really cool new stickers with some new designs, and then also the biggest thing I'm excited for are all of the stamps. So many clear stamps, both from this collection and things that didn't make it into the everyday collection that'll be joining us as well. So let's go ahead and start from the top and just check out all of the notebooks first, because that's what we get most excited for. But now we got stamps, so let's check it all out. If you're interested in the Cabinet of Curiosities release, this will all take place Friday, February 23rd at 9 a.m. Central. That's a special day because that's my birthday, so the things I'll be buying will be like buying myself these items as a birthday present. So make sure that you are online at that time or have a friend ready to purchase things for you. It's really a joint effort when it comes to some of these sales. So in this new spring collection, we have 4 new notebook designs that we're going to check out. So let's go ahead and start from the top. The first one that we have is called Books and Flowers. This is a notebook that's a twist on an old favorite. There was a very popular book stack from a number of collections ago that people went nuts for. It's a little bit of an upgraded design here. We've got the stack of books here on the top with these really cool like flowers kind of all around it. That's going to be gold stamped on a beige buckram cover. Keeping in that spring theme, we're going to go ahead with the new Botanist notebook cover. This has an extra large floral bouquet on here stamped in gold, and this is going to be on a deep green vegan leather cover. I just kind of laughed to myself. I was like, floral bouquet? More like wildflower, like grab some weeds off the ground bouquet. Again, love the design though, just laughing to myself on that one. I do love how big they're making these icons on these notebooks now. I think that they're taking a really big kind of step forward with a lot of their designs in the past. And one of the notebooks we'll see, which is the bee design, is just exquisite. They're going full cover, full book, just kind of getting it all out there. And I also like that these icons are a bit bigger on the page too, because especially for like the B5s and the square, they take up a good amount of space on these, right? When you've got those little tiny icons on like a big, huge notebook, it kind of feels funny. It's reminiscent for me of the Halloween notebooks they did with the skull. It looked really great on A5, but like B5, it looks weird because it's like a little tiny icon of this huge notebook. So this, I really like what they're doing with a lot of these new designs. This next notebook is one of my favorites of this collection. This here is the vintage typewriter notebook. This is a classic typewriter design. Love the design of this one. Stamped in black on parchment colored buckram cover. I love this one so much because it really fits everyone's needs. It's not overly feminine, it's not overly masculine, it's kind of for everyone. And this notebook can be used for so many things. If you like the icon, use it for your bullet journal. If you're a writer, if you like to take down notes, like this is just the ideal kind of like icon for the cover of a functional, fun, creative writing kind of notebook. You know, it has a really good feel about it. I also get really excited too because usually everything is like gold or silver or shiny. I love that this is black on the cover. I just really love that design, and hopefully we see more of that in more designs in the future too. All right, this notebook right here, I think is gonna sell out in seconds. Seconds, because of how beautiful this is. Check out the Keeper of Bees notebook. This has a beautiful, intricate, full cover beekeeper design, part debossed, part hand stamped with gold foil. Like this has it all. What I love about this notebook is that you have this beautiful full cover design on the front, you have it on the spine, and you also have something nice on the back. There's no extra glitter or foil on there, but just the print of the bee on the back with that design. It looks so good, so good. Now let's go ahead and talk sizes. That's always the big thing. And also paper type too, because I don't see anything in here about other paper types other than white dot grid for these notebooks, which I found interesting. I thought we'd at least get some lined or maybe some sketchbooks, but we didn't. Everything in here is going to be B5, 8x8, so that's the square notebook, A5, TN, which is your traveler's notebooks, B6, and A6. So you're gonna have the Botanist, Keeper of Bees, Typewriter, and Books and Flower will all be in all of those sizes. And as you can see with a lot of these sizes, like I said, those larger icons I think work very well on there. I think the typewriter looks pretty good. That A6 size a little iffy to me just because of how close it is to the elastic band on there. So all of those are the spring notebooks, but you're also getting a brand new Heirloom notebook. This is awesome. So the spring heirloom is going to feature detailed floral embroidered design. That's right, this is sewn onto the cover of this notebook. It's a deep linen cover, and it's also going to have some extra special features too, like a ribbon closure, as well as gold gilded pages. This is going to fall outside of that normal collection, so this one will actually be a 9x9 square. Loving the extra size that we got here on this one. And this one is also going to come in your choice of a sketchbook or doctored paper. I'm personally not overly interested in this one, and just because it's not really my overall style, but I can appreciate the design that's gone into this notebook. This isn't what you usually see with notebooks, and I love that they are continuing to experiment with that. We've seen some light embroidered on notebook covers in the past, and then now they're going like full all out, and I just appreciate it so much. It looks really nice. You can't have a seasonal launch without Acry Graphs or Graphs, or in this case, both. So this season in the spring, you are going to see some brand new colors that we have for Acry Graphs. Each of these collections are going to come with 10 new colors. You'll have April Showers, Under the Stars, Honeycomb, Stone Path, Misty Morning, New Bloom, Sun-Kissed, Fresh Moss, New Leaves, and Raindrop. I'm loving the continued collection design of this onto the Graphs and also onto the Acry Graph packaging. We've seen little dibs and dabs of that over time, but they've really gone all out for this one. So you have a lot of those florals and those vines. It almost reminds me a lot of the notebooks, honestly, on the cover of here. So if you keep your pens inside of a packaging, this looks nice while also being a great storage solution for you as well. We also have washi tape, so if you are a fan, we have each washi tape collection to go with each of the notebooks as a part of the spring collection. So for books and flowers, you're gonna get, well, exactly that. We've got books on a shelf, some small plants, a vertical notebook and coffee cup, a spread of notebooks and some accessories, and then also some book quotes here, which is gonna be in a white with a gold stamp across it as well. I know the book lover is gonna be all over top of that one. For botanists, we've got 4 designs here as well. We have a horizontal one here with some herbs and flowers and jars and kettles and maybe a notebook inside of there. You have another one that is all just like flower sprigs and everything else going across. That looks very nice and subtle. One for tea lovers out there, just a very thin one here for a teapot that's just a repeated pattern in gold. And then a thicker washi down below. It's a collection of kind of everything that's on these other tapes. I'm not usually about the washi personally, but I can't say no to this vintage typewriter washi. I'm gonna add it to my list right now because I need to remember that I need to pick this up because I didn't have it on my list before. This has 4 washis here. The first one is just going to have some typed text across here. Just love the way that looks. The second one actually looks really nice with stacked papers. Then below that, you have each of the days of the week in the typewriter font. That's a big reason I love it. And I absolutely love the typewriter repeated pattern on this bottom one here. I think it looks absolutely great. This is right up my alley. Like I said, this is kind of washi for everyone. If you're not a big washi fan, this is a really nice collection that could kind of sneak you into it a little bit. And you could easily use this just as dividers on your page or days of the week. Just cut that out and put that for your weekly spreads. Love a functional washi. And then for the Keeper of Bees washi tape, you're going to get a horizontal one that has the book, the bee, the keys, and a repeated pattern of that with some honey on there too. A really nice thin washi with the bee icon repeated across a thin tape. You've got the honeycomb, and then down below that you have some like orange blossoms, it looks like, on there. I don't know where the orange blossoms came from personally because it's not on the notebooks anywhere. So interesting addition there. I'm sure there's a reason. It looks very pretty. Just don't know where that came from though. If you're not a fan of the washi, but you still like little sticky stuff in your notebook, then you're gonna love the new sticker collection that they have for each of these individual smaller collections too. First of all, each of these 4 new designs are brand new. It's just a different illustrative design that's on top of these, but still really nice. Your flowers and book stickers, you have the bookcase, the book, the glasses, the shelves, kind of all the bookish things on there. Botanist stickers here have a lot of those elements we saw before, the flower sprigs or the herb sprigs tied up, the shears, the muddler, the tea, the notebook, all very nice. We've got our open book with a pen and a quill, envelopes, your typewriter, your coffee cup. Like honestly, it looks like everything on like a nice vintage desk. If you didn't have a computer on there, all of these things exist. And then for the Keeper of Bees sticker, you're gonna have the honey, you're gonna have the bees and the keys and the envelopes. There are more of those orange blossoms. I think that's what that is, and a notebook as well. Keeping with that embroidered theme, you're going to have an embroidered journal cover. This is going to have a sewn floral design, high quality vegan leather. I actually think that this is very beautiful. Again, I'm not a big fan personally of notebook covers, but if you are with a fastener, You're gonna love this one here. This is going to come in A5 and a B5 as well. For all my Square friends, we're not getting anything just yet, but a number of us Square fans have been talking to Archer and Olive and letting them know, hey, you might want to think about including square size because it's getting used a lot more. I see a lot more people talking about it. Personally, it's a favorite of mine. And again, while I might not use them for my notebooks, others really like them. So if you're a Square fan, just know other Square fans have your back. We're letting Archer and Olive know we need that size included in the future. We'll see. They might test it out a little bit. You never know what's going to happen. Maybe a sub box in the future, right? To see like if it works, if people are excited about it. Because a lot of these things that we're seeing here are all things that we've seen inside of sub boxes before. It's like I always say, with the sub box, you see a lot of this stuff first before anybody else sees it. So, you get some different items like embroidered notebooks and things we've seen before from them. And the response is great, which lets them know, hey, maybe we'll do more with this. So now having like a fully embroidered notebook, having these embroidered covers, like it's all very nice little touches on everything that they're doing. One of the other accessories they have in this collection is going to be a tote bag or a carry bag. This has a continued floral design that's sewn into the cover here, magnetic snap closure. This is herringbone cotton canvas, and it's going to be lined with a wipeable nylon layer inside. Also includes a discreet zipper inside of the pocket, and also an adjustable strap if you want to wear this over your shoulder or just a crossbody bag. We are not done with accessories yet. The most exciting part of this collection for me personally, I've been asking in every single ambassador meeting, every time I can, are we going to see more stamps soon? When are more stamps coming? I would love to have more clear stamps, and we have so many. I hope that I have enough money. I need to move money over actually as I prepare for this sale because I'm getting every single one of these stamp collections. So we have 4 sets total coming out with this collection, but they're split into 2. We have the first 2, which we're going to talk about now for the typewriter and the B. That's going to be a part of the spring collection. We also have the Everyday Bookish and Everyday Celestial designs. Those are going to be part of the Everyday collection. So they will likely probably sell out, but they will always be available, right? Or in the collection for Archer and Olive, unlike these spring ones. So let's start there, then we'll go into the other Everyday collection ones next. The typewriter one, I'm just all about this in so many different ways. This has the postage frame on it. We also have a really nice blackout stamp that's on there with the flowers, open circle, closed circle, typewriter. Boom, I'm so happy about having the icon that matches the icon on the notebook in the collection. It is perfect. To take me even more in love with this one, we have a fountain pen, the nib, and the pen holder on here. You also have ink down in the bottom right-hand corner, full alphabet, typewriter style, and numbers as well. And then we have some little stamp ones down here, Happy Mail, the postage stamp, envelope, paperclip, airmail. Along with this collection, you're going to get an acrylic block and also a stamp pad as well in black, which is everything you need. So if you're not into stamping or haven't tried it, this is a great opportunity to get a stamp set, acrylic block, and a stamp pad, and you have everything that you need to get started. For the Keeper of Bees, we have the bee icon, we've got the honeycomb. I love the queen bee one on there with the crown and little designs. I think that looks so, so good. We've got extra flowers, we have numbers in here, the cross keys, which I love, and I also love this nameplate one here. It's the frame with the bee up there, just think that looks so cool. And the honey pot down there, that looks really nice. All right, now these next 2 will be part of the Everyday collection. They didn't get them in time for the Everyday collection release they just had, so they're included in here. Again, Everyday collection means that these are items that will continue to be restocked. So unlike spring, once spring is gone, it's gone. But items that are in the Everyday collections will be available when they are in stock. So I'm sure, these will probably sell out instantly because they're amazing, but they will come back in stock throughout time, similar to the notebooks and the tools and the other things like that. So the first one is going to be what I think everyone's going to go for. I know I will be fighting for this one too. This one is called Everyday Bookish. It has the books, the book stacks. It has the From the Library of stamp, a little rating stars, an open book. I love it for these extra little stationery deals, a little clip, magnifying glass. There's also one here for book reviews, which is really nice. It partners well with the stars. And my favorite one down here is the library card stamp, author, title, due date, borrower's name. That is beautiful. I love it so much. And if you remember, we got a little notepad with one of those previous subscription boxes that has kind of all those open items. So you could use this partnered along with the stamp and make some really cool spreads inside of your bullet journal. Hell, even make your own little library cards if you're lending books to friends. This next stamp set is called Everyday Celestial. So this one has a really cool design on top of here. You've got the moon phases, both horizontally across the page and vertically. You have all of the different moon phases in all of those stages on the bottom here. Stars. I love this moon and cloud motif that they have here. And you also have a mood tracker that's going throughout the month as well too. This one is really cool. There's a few elements that I like on here. I'm not a big like moon phase tracker person myself, but I really do love the way that this one looks. And if I'm gonna get the rest of the collection, why not have this as well? You never know what I'm gonna get into. There are two more accessories as a part of this. One I think is great. The second, I do not know why they did this, but you know, who knows whatever happens. The first ones are going to be these magnetic bookmarkers. You get 5 magnet bookmarkers inside of here. It's $17. It feels a little expensive for me personally, just knowing there's only 5 of them, but really nice designs, coffee cup. You got the book and coffee, a book, the book stack, and also the honeycomb. All right, the last thing we're gonna talk about, I don't get this personally, right? This to me is something that like should have just been a part of like a collection or something, not something you would sell separately. They are selling temporary tattoos along with this. Now they might just be dabbling. I'm actually surprised we haven't seen temporary tattoos in like a sub box so that they could have heard our thoughts on like, would an adult actually use a temporary tattoo? I could be totally wrong. Maybe it's just not my thing, but I rarely see an adult with a temporary tattoo on that a kid hasn't like slapped onto them, right? Like no one I know is purposely putting temporary tattoos on themselves. But if you are, no judgment. You can get these temporary tattoos. They're $13 and you're going to get honeycombs, a stack of books. I'm assuming you can put the archer and olive emblem on yourself if you'd like to, the bee with the crown for the queen bee, the typewriter, some of the other flowers, and those flower bouquets. So overall, for the most part, except for the temporary tattoos, the Cabinet of Curiosities is looking amazing. Like I said earlier in this video, Archer and Olive is not being so on the nose about their designs recently. It's something that I've noticed and a number of other people in the community have brought up too. Like, Mark, I thought we were gonna get like spring and colors and brightness and all of this. They went a little bit more subdued, which I personally, big fan of here because I don't love the big, bright, in-your-face flowers, florals, like exactly what it is. Reminds me of the Devil Wears Prada. Florals for spring. Groundbreaking, right? They're doing something totally different, and I really like that about this. So here's my shopping list. 159.7925%, it's a lot of percent, getting the typewriter notebook. I'm getting that in square. I think it is a beautiful design. I'm not sure if I'm gonna get any other sizes just because I have so many other like A5s and B5s. I'm kind of growing my square collection right now. I need to have options. I love a square notebook. Y'all know this. I know that I'm definitely getting at least one of the B notebooks. I just can't figure out what size I want just yet. I think it is a beautiful notebook. I think it needs like a very special purpose for me. I don't know that I'd go square on it. I think that I might try a different size, but I'm not quite sure what. I know definitely getting a B5 for my wife, pun intended. She loves kind of the bee. We jokingly call her Queen Bee around here because she runs this whole hive and we love her so much. Like little worker bees love their Queen Bee. So I think she would love this notebook. So for myself, I don't know, I might go 2 B5s, one for me, one for her, but love this design so much, everything about it. If anything, it's just a collector's piece, really. I'm gonna hold off on any of the other ones. Just me personally, I have a very large book collection. So at this point in my life, if I really like a design, I'll get it, but I don't need everything that's a part of this necessarily. The Heirloom, like I mentioned, is very beautiful, just not for me this time around. I have 3 of the previous Heirloom notebooks, so I'm good on Heirloom for right now. I have way too many Acry Graphs and Graphs that I'm not really using a lot. While I love the covers and designs, definitely not going to be dipping into those personally. And of all the washi, I'm just going to go for the typewriter one. I really like everything that is a part of that collection. And usually I don't love them all, but this one I definitely do. So I'll save the rest for you all. You can have the other ones. Just save me one typewriter washi. That's all I'm asking for. I'm going to skip on all of the other accessories except for the stamps. I will 159 bazillion%. I have to have each one of these. So I'll be getting the vintage typewriter and the Keeper of Bees from the spring collection. And then I will most certainly also be getting the everyday collections for these as well, both the Bookish and the Celestial, just so I can have the whole collection and continue to fill up all of my clear stamps. Now it's your turn. Can't wait to hear from you. What does your shopping list look like for this collection? Are you about those stamps? Are you about those notebooks? Do you love acrylic graphs in these new colors or any of those other accessories? I love chatting with you down below, and do not forget to use my discount code, which is MarkYourPages10. The reason I say that, saves you 10% off your entire order from Archer and Olive. So you can use that money to kind of like counteract that shipping. You can use that money to buy something extra for yourself. And I appreciate the support here for this channel, for using that code as well. It always makes me so happy when people are like, I saved so much money with your code. Thank you for that. I'm always happy to give that to you. You never have to worry about it. This sale will take place on February 23rd at 9 a.m. Central. So depending on when you're watching this video, that's when this is going to happen. And that's a special day too, because it's my birthday. So I'll be sitting here with you, waiting to order all these things too, celebrating my birthday, getting stamps. It's like a gift to myself at the end of the day. So my friends, I will talk to you next time. Have a wonderful rest of your day. See ya.